Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the heck that is. Oh, it's dirt. Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is November the 16th, 2020. And we got some NXT to talk about. And, ladies and gentlemen, we got more words about this Scripps guy, but now he talk about Breeze. If you guys didn't know that Tyler Breeze was doing a thing with Austin Creed, or aka Xavier Woods, with up, up, down, down. They're doing the GM mode on WWE 2K22 and all that stuff. So he's part of that. Why would this Scripps guy talk about Breeze? Like, I think it could be Tyler Breeze. It could be Tyler Breeze coming back. One of the top guys in the tag team division could come back. I would love to see Tyler Breeze come back. But people are saying that he might be retiring. But they said wrestling, not entertainment. So maybe that's what it means. Who knows? But ladies and gentlemen, the contract is signed. I really don't know how Carmelo Hayes got himself a title shot. But we got Wesley versus Hayes for the championship at next week on NXT. And we found out a new match for NXT Deadline. There will be a men's and a women's. It's like a scramble match. And it's like an Impact Wrestling's King of the Mountain match. But the only difference is that they're not climbing a ladder and hooking up the championship. There's no ladder involved. But, ladies and gentlemen, whoever wins, there's gonna be a time limit, and it's like who could get more points. So you pin, you submit, or you get disqualified, you get a point. But when you do get pinned, there's a punishment, and that punishment is they had to be in a box. They had to be in the penalty box, just like on Impact Wrestling would do on theirs. If you get pinned, you're in the cage. But there's a penalty box. And whoever wins this is the good part, is because every time they make these kind of matches, like War Games or anything, there's nothing on the line. Now there's a no one contendership for the NXT titles, whoever wins this match. I'm happy for that, but ladies and gentlemen, let's see how this match goes. It's the first time ever. It's called an Iron Survivor Challenge? Iron Survivor Challenge, I think Shawn Michaels said. I might be wrong, but I think that's what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to see what this match is all about. It's like a scramble match that we've seen on Unforgiven. And it's like Impact Wrestling's match, King of the Mountain match, when they did the penalty box. So it's gonna be interesting, very interesting. And some lady made her debut. I haven't seen this lady before. And Scripps been talking, and Dominance, I know, been saying some words as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start this show with the NXT title on the line. It will be Braun Breaker versus Von Wanger. But when the bell rang, Von Wanger grabs Robert Stone and throws Robert Stone to Braun Breaker to make a distraction, and Von Wanger did an attack on Braun Breaker. But, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. But the winner of that match, and still the NXT champion, was Braun Breaker. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, when the referee counted to 2, and Von Wanger was so upset, he was cornered the referee in the corner, and then Robert Stone is trying to warn Mr. Von Wanger, but Von just shoves Mr. Robert Stone down. That didn't work out so well. That didn't do well. We heard from Zoe Stark. I thought it was a story, and I got bored. I was about to fall asleep. So I didn't care why she attacked lions or anything like that. I don't really care. I just got bored and almost fell asleep on my couch. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm cold right now. Well, I'm not cold because I have everything closed. But, ladies and gentlemen, where I live, we had snow. I'm not happy. I don't like snow. I like to snuggle. I like cold where I can snuggle up in my bed. But when I had to go outside in the cold, I don't like because I had to take my dog out in that cold. And I don't like that. And I don't like snow because it turns into ice and I'll be slipping and falling and I don't want to slip and falling. I'm terrified of that I could crack my head open. I don't want that. Every time it's winter, that is my big terrified thing of winter. Is that I could slip and fall and crack my head open. Now I'm not trying to do that, but I have a fear that it could happen like that. It could happen. And I'm walking a dog, and the dog likes to pull around, and I don't have I have a 50-50 chance I won't fall, and I will fall or I won't fall. So yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, next match we got Indus Share. Beer and Sangha versus Jobbers. Oh my god, these guys they were big guys, but they wouldn't end this match. They wouldn't stop tagging and showing their strength. I feel sorry for one of the Jobbers because Beer tried to toss this guy over with a hip toss. But this guy didn't flip over and land on his back. He almost landed on his head. Like, ouchers. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Beer and Saga, and they had some words to Creed Brothers, saying that they respect them, and they're saying that in India they were heroes, and in America they're not, and I guess they have to destroy everybody in America. Well, thank God you're not in Canada. Well, I think Canada would like you guys because you guys are dangerous people. They're not a bad tag team. I haven't seen them for a while because in 2020 they made their debuts and then they slowly broken up. Veer went to the main roster. Sangha did absolutely nothing for almost a year until he brought back to the TV with Grayson Waller and all that stuff. But it was a very interesting tag team. But we have Cruz will be versus JD McDuggan. I forgot how they said his name. But ladies and gentlemen, this was a pretty decent match as well. I think it's a no-way contenders match. I think both these guys want a shot, and they congrats the champion. Well, JD did it a creepy way. It was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed this match. It was pretty good. But the winner of that match was Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews gets the win. And ladies and gentlemen, Braun Breaker came out. They had a face-to-face. Will that mean on NXT Deadline or maybe in the couple weeks, we got Braun Breaker versus Apollo Crews? I'm hoping it's on NXT Deadline. I understand it's like a couple weeks away in December 10th. I think. December 10th. So that's a couple of weeks away. So maybe it won't be on NXT Deadline. Then we had Dyad, not Schism. There's two different names here. There's Dyad, the two guys, Zach Gibson and James Drake. They're Dyad, and the whole group is called Schism. Why? Can you just call them Schism? They're part of the Schism. And ladies and gentlemen, they will be versing Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen, and the winner of that match was the Dyad. Then we had Indy Hartwell versus Tatum Paxley. Well, I'm guessing Indy Hartwell might be turning heel now because, ladies and gentlemen, Paxley's wearing this face-protected mask like Cody Rhodes did when he was a heel. But I think she's actually doing this because she got injured on her nose and she didn't want to break it more. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Indy Hartwell took the mask off and she won the match. But Roxanne Perez she said, didn't you just went a little too far, ripping the mask off? And Indy Hartwell says no, because she thinks Tatum Paxley. Do you think she cares if she breaks my nose? I think she will care, but she didn't break your nose. She already had a broken nose, and she doesn't want to make it more worse. That's why she wear the mask. Oh, boy. Then we have Mandy Rose will be versing Alba Fire in a last woman standing match for the NXT Women's Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they had to try and make this match hurry up because it's a 2-hour show and it's a last woman standing match. But they did a hell of a work for this last woman standing match. Ladies and gentlemen, they used weapons. They even went almost over the barricade. They went into the crack of the barricade in the wall. And they fought on there. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end, we saw Alba Fire was about to jump up a ladder onto Mandy Rose into an announce table until some woman, I forgot what her name was. It's not Gigi Dolan. She had orange hair, but she was not Gigi Dolan. It was some lady. I do not know who she is, but they said she was a witch. And then she spit in the face of Alba Fire and shoves her off the ladder. And then Mandy Rose retains the title after all that. And then at the end, the lights flickering. The Titantrons was flickering. My lights are flickering. It's the fridge starting up again. But ladies and gentlemen, there was a lot of weird things happening. Isn't that what the Schism does? Not the Schism. Scraps, whatever his name is. He did that too when Indy Hartwell and Tatum was in their match. The start of the match. The lights went start flickering. I don't know what's happening here. I think NXT didn't pay their light bill. A lot of things are just happening. No, I know they didn't do that. I'm just trying to make a joke, guys. I'm just joking. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. NXT is having some creepy guys and a creepy woman coming in here. Is she part of the Scraps guys thing? She can't be Scraps because it's a male voice that we're hearing that have been calling the performance center. It was a guy's voice. I guess he has like a little machine to make it deep. But who is this guy? When are we going to find out who he is? We know Dominik Dijakovic. We've seen his face. So we just want to know when he's going to make his return to NXT. But when is this Scraps guy going to make his debut to NXT? Because now I'm really curious of who this is. If it is Breeze, Tyler Breeze, I'll be happy. But if it's not, because remember, Breeze is another word for is breezing outside. So it's another word, but there has to be a meaning why he said breeze. Because he said something after everything. It will now be breeze. Something like that. I know it's not what they said. But it's something like that. But I want to know who this guy is. Will Triple H bring Tyler Breeze back? I would love to see it. The guy is amazing in the ring. The guy is great. And I want to see him do a singles, this time with Triple H as the boss. And handling his character. Because remember, Vince McMahon was the one that's handling his character back in the day. When he made his main roster debut. But on NXT, the Black and Gold NXT, when he made his debut on NXT, Triple H had it. And he was doing an awesome job. And then he came to main roster. But he was a good in the tag team. But I want to see him do a singles run with Triple H or Shawn Michaels, whoever is doing the NXT thing. Their characters, I want to see great things. Shawn Michaels has good ideas, and Shawn Michaels might have good ideas too. Shawn Michaels and Triple H, they have great ideas. They know what's best for business. But the actual business, not the authority thing. That's what Vince McMahon did for Triple H instead of McMahon. These guys, with their own heads, Triple H, instead of McMahon, and Shawn Michaels, their own heads knows how to do what's best for business. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for AEW results. There's a lot of talking happening. There is AEW Full Gear coming up this Saturday. We got Impact Wrestling's Overdrive coming this Friday. We got a lot of things to talk about on these pay-per-views. And we still have SmackDown. We still have AEW Rampage. Oh my goodness. Nothing on Sunday, but everything is on Friday and Saturday. It's going to be a long day, 2 days. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Tell us help. Bye.